Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. Let's get that algorithm working. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. We're doing a few knives this morning for a client and a friend of mine that he loves to smoke meats and barbecue and things like that. And he's got these are Victorinox Swiss Army knives. He's got the barbecue set. And so we're sharpening for him. He's going to barbecue for some friends this weekend, and he wants all the knives and everything sharp, and so that's what we're going to do. So that was the cleaver that goes with the set. Now we're going to do the Granton slicer. So this is a Victorinox. See that? Can y'all see the Victorinox slicer barbecue? It's what you slice your brisket and stuff up. Appalachian TV, thank you very much. It is appreciated. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We do mail-in sharpening from all around the United States. I just did some scissors from somebody from Maine that found me on a YouTube video. Well, sweet. Send me your information. Check out my YouTube. Check out my website and contact me through my website. Yeah, if you want to send me a couple of knives, I'll do a YouTube video on them. I'll sharpen them and do a YouTube short, and I'll do a full-length video too on any product that you send me. And I'll share your information. All right, one more pass. We're going to make the knife. I got a nice burr already, but there we go. Sure, you can use stones. I mean, if you have the time to do it, the stone's the way to go. I just sharpen so many knives and things every day that I have to have something that's faster than stones. I charge by the inch basically, so this is a 10-inch slicer, so I charge $10 for this particular knife. No, I don't. The steel doesn't make any difference. All right, so we're going to do the chef knife next. It's pretty dull. But this would be the most used knife in the set, obviously the chef knife. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's Wednesday morning here in Texas. What time is it and what day is it where you're at? You know, me and my wife have a different interpretation of what hump day is. She didn't think that joke's funny either. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My brother-in-law is from Pittsburgh, lived there for years. He's been in Texas probably close to 30 years now. Well, thanks for watching from Spain. Good evening in Spain. Indiana, same time as here then. So we're supposed to get a bunch of rain this weekend from this tropical storm that's coming from the east, which is very odd for this time of year for a tropical storm to come east into the Gulf of Mexico. All right, so here's another chef knife. This is a digital edge finder. So it sets the edge of the knife. So I zero it out on the platen. And then I put it on my clamp. And I can set the exact edge angle I want on each side of the knife. Well, Alan, thanks for watching from the Philippines. Just keep working it. You'll get it right. I do not do a sharpness test. Once in a while I'll use a piece of paper, but it just doesn't make sense. It just takes up time. I know the knives are sharp. Somebody's going to go home and take one of these knives. So you've sharpened it really, really good, and they're going to go home and cut it on the countertop, the marble countertop in their kitchen, and dull it anyway. I've done, I don't know how many knives in 10 years, and nobody's ever complained about it wasn't sharp enough. This machine is made by a guy in Tennessee, AMK Tactical. AMKtactical.com is the website for AMK tools. He makes really good sharpeners and really good equipment for knife makers. This is his smallest machine. It's a 1x30. It's a perfect little quick sharpener for a professional business like mine that I go through a lot of knives every day. It's rather expensive. I think it was close to $1,000. Yeah, AMK Tactical. AMKtactical.com. So if you're a knife maker, he's got some really nice equipment. He's a tool and die maker by trade, so all of his equipment is heavy duty. Expensive, but it'll last a long time. I like it because it uses a Chinese sewing machine motor, and I've got a foot control on it, just like a sewing machine. So you see, I never use this is the on and off switch right there. I never use the on and off switch. I use a foot control. So, and you can change the tracking. Watch the tracking. So it's got a control on the tracking, so it's just a fantastic machine. I like it. Some other people don't like it, but I don't care what other people don't like. I care what I like and what works for me. And you don't, see, I use the clamp. It's got a clamp. Some people don't want to use the clamp. I like it. I have shaky hands. So this gives me a more refined edge on the blades. But you can freehand it also. You don't have to use the clamp. Yeah, there's a rest for the clamp back here. It's a T-clamp. You can't see it. I don't want to move the camera because I'll do it. But you can go to my website, my YouTube channel, and look up AMK, and I've got all kinds of videos on this particular machine. And you can go to AMKtactical.com and they'll show you. Now they have the AMK 76, which is an upgrade of this machine now, but If you do a YouTube search for AMK 75, there's a lot of videos out there for this particular machine. Always here to help. This is the clamp. You see that? It's got a handle for my hand back here, and this is where it rests on there, and it's got a clamp. You can see it, and you use an Allen wrench to clamp the knife into place. Did that answer your question, Jorge? You can check out my YouTube channel. There's all kinds of information on my YouTube channel. And you can contact me through my website. I have a message feature on the website. Thanks for watching, Jorge. Jorge Vargas, what a great name. I use nothing but 3M brand belts. They're twice as expensive as other belts, but they're well worth it. I get all of my belts from Cliff Curry out in Hawaii at Curry Custom Cutlery. And Cliff has a YouTube channel also. If you guys want to learn about sharpening, he does some great videos also. It's Curry, C-U-R-R-Y, Custom Cutlery. He's in Hawaii. I do 20. These are Victorinox knives. This one was 18. This is a Santoku chef knife. So I did this one at 18 degrees per side. And so I'm going to do the couple more knives here. Here is one of the boning or fillet knives. And I'm going to do it at 18 degrees. 18 to 20, 16 to 20 is about right for most of these knives. Yes, I can sharpen hardened steels. I don't get many of that kind of stuff. Most of the people I sharpen for are just families, individuals with kitchen knives. 20 degrees for a good American or European knife. You know, the steel will last it'll last a long time. I mean, you can go lower on the edge angle. The lower the edge angle, the less durability you're going to have. So Jorge, if you sharpen your Victorinox or, you know, a Hinkle or a Wusthof around 20 degrees, it'll be sharp and it'll have good durability to it. So this last belt that I use is felt. And so I like to kick up the fibers on the belt. And it's really only used for taking off the burr. And I know it's hard to see on the camera, but that burr is flaking off. And so that knife is sharp, and it's still got a little bite to it. It's not a polished edge. I know how this particular client uses his knife. Just get it good and sharp, but don't polish the edge. You know, a tomato is a lot of times has a waxy skin to it, and if you have a polished knife, it will not cut into that potato skin. China Star, the last belt I use is 1200 grit. That's more than enough for most kitchen knives. That's 18 degrees right there. That's a good number for this boning knife. I have this exact same knife. Exactly, a toothier edge is better, really. Jorge, if you just wait a few minutes, we're gonna do some scissors. The next thing I'm going to sharpen is a pair of scissors. I like a toothy edge better, China Star, especially for my kitchen knives. You know, I might want a polished edge on a pocket knife, or maybe a hunting knife. I may want a polished edge on it. These are all tools. They all have different uses. Not every knife is going to be sharpened the same. Some clients want them a little different. A Japanese knife will have a much lower edge angle, and it tends to have a more polished edge on it than a Western knife. But yeah, I've got a pair of kitchen scissors here I've got to do. Now we're not going to use this machine. We're going to use a totally different machine, so I've got to move the camera and everything. So you guys will have to bear with me to watch that. And Jorge, if you'll subscribe to my channel, there are tons of videos on me sharpening different types of scissors. I got 2 pairs of dog grooming shears over here I've got to do here in a little bit. And that's going to be a totally different machine. And I like to keep this belt always on this machine. So I'm going to have to pull out another piece of equipment. Let's get this knife off. And we're going to move. I'm going to turn the dust collection system off. So we got these to do. We got a pair of KitchenAid kitchen shears to do. China Star, it depends on the cleaver. Some cleavers are real thick. This cleaver that I sharpened first, this is a very thin cleaver. I did this one at 20 degrees. That's perfect for this cleaver. Pablo, this is an AMK 75. If you go to the website amktactical.com, you will see the different machines that this individual makes. He's in Tennessee. He's a machine tool maker is what he is. And so check him out. amktactical.com. All right, I got to move this camera. Y'all gonna have to hold tight. All right, there we go. Bill, I'd start off with a 120, 200, 600, and 1200, and finish with a felt belt. All right, this is the machine we're going to use for the scissors. I got to do a little maintenance first. Alright, so we're going to do the scissors, but I've got to clean the wheel. This is a diamond wheel. Help if I turn some power on. Hang on. There we go. Now we got power. I need to clean the wheel. Let's do some light over here. This is a diamond wheel, and it needs to be resurfaced from time to time. And so we're going to resurface it a little bit before. And I hate the dust that this produces. That's a loud air compressor in the background. All right, so we're going to sharpen this. And sometimes I'll take them apart. I don't need to take these apart. But I mark out the edge on there because I want to mimic the edge angle that's on these shears. I've sharpened these before. And so I've got them in clamp, and there's an adjustment on the clamp that tells me what the angle, that I can set the angle at. And so the reason why I put that marker on there is I'm going to do what's called a scratch test. I'm just going to rub it on the wheel to see where the edge is. And I'm right at it. I've still got some black on there, so I need to rotate it down just a degree or so. And then I'll do another scratch test and see if the marker is gone. So the marker, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's all the way across the blade. So I've got the edge angle where I want it. And then I'm just going to do a light pass from the pivot area to the tip. And I missed the tip. So I got the angle right, so I'm just going to work it now. Just a nice, easy following of the blade. You're creating a new edge. 3 passes, more than enough, very light. And then I feel for a burr. And I've got a burr all the way across the blade. If you have a burr, if you've created an apex of the angle. This is the honing wheel, and that's ready to go. All right, so we got that edge sharpened. So I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. And these are KitchenAid shears, and they should be the same edge angle on each blade. These are very simple scissors. Pretty straightforward angles. And it's around 15 degrees per side. I think it's going to be the same. We'll see. Another scratch test. And it is. If you can see that, it took the marker off. That tells me I have the proper edge angle. And I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 passes. Very light against that diamond wheel. Very little pressure. There's Barney. What's going on down south? Is it cold? You're in winter time. All right, so we're going to move that back. And then I'm going to get out a couple of little things that I need. And I want to flip that burr over. So there's a little burr on this blade. I can feel it along the edge of that blade. So I want to push it that way. I want to push it back up. So I take my little stone, I just work it until I don't feel that burr anymore. There's a little burr at the tip, I can still feel it. I'm pushing it with the stone that way. I feel a little bit right there. Now it feels pretty smooth. So the burr is where I've sharpened now. It's still there. Same thing, I feel burr along the edge. And I'm gonna push it. There we go. Then I like to take a little piece of wood to remove the rest of that burr. A cork will work. A piece of leather will work. But now I got to clean the blade, and how I like to clean it is, and any residual burr, this is alcohol. Spray it with alcohol really good. Yeah, I always wondered why they had a fire department in Bedrock. What's up with that? And what was the name of the lodge that Fred and Barney belonged to? The Water Buffalo? The Loyal Order of Water Buffalo? All right, that feels pretty good. Nice and smooth. Let's see if it'll cut. I'm gonna take a piece of paper towel. I don't know, that's like 16 ply. That's more than sharp enough. Yeah, they would get the saber-tooth tigers out of the trees, wouldn't they? All right, well, that's it. That's how I sharpen. Jorge, are you still on? Jorge Vargas wanted to see me sharpen scissors. What? I don't know what SHAIRA. I don't know what that is, Jorge. All right, you want to do some salon scissors or some grooming scissors? So there are 2 pairs of dog grooming scissors right there, and she's already paid me. There's my dog doing nothing, laying by the fans. All right, so we're gonna let's do these. Let's get these over with. Let me put the camera in the let's put it right there. I gotta change my vacuum or my dust collection system around. Turn that on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. A sharpening steel. Yeah, I mean, I don't use it, but I always recommend that you use it. Small micro knives. No, I don't. I haven't done any. All right, these are they're not bad. So these are grooming shears. If you will look up Gordon Ramsay, go on YouTube and look up Gordon Ramsay knife sharpening. He's got a 2-minute video that I think is the best on how to use the sharpening steel. Gordon Ramsay. You know who he is. I mean, everybody knows who Gordon Ramsay is. But I found that his video seems to be the best one I've ever found on how to use the sharpening steel. That's just my opinion anyway. I'm missing one of my tools. So we got to take these apart. So we started off sharpening knives. We went to kitchen scissors. Now we're doing pet grooming shears. I can't get that off. So unlike the kitchen shears, I do disassemble these because I need to clean the pivot area real well. And there's a rubber washer behind this that's holding it in place. There it is. So there we go. And I'll be right back. I need a little tub. So I went and got a little rubbing alcohol. I want to soak these parts in alcohol. And these are kind of dirty inside, so I want to clean those up real good. And it's got some junk right there and right there. So I want those clean. So I'm going to spray them with alcohol. Yes, I do regular pocket knives. I mean, when you said micro, I don't know how small that is, but yeah, I do a lot of pocket knives. So I've sharpened for this girl a long time, and I can tell right now she's had somebody else sharpen these. There's no loyalty. Thanks, Jorge. I hope you subscribe to the channel and check out the other videos. All right. And we got a really nice, well, I'm going to work the rod lines first. Missing my towel. Yeah, I know about Alex Lee's machines. He's got good equipment. Very good equipment. And he's a good guy. Yeah, that's no problem. Small knives like that are no problem. Tell you what I'm going to do. This is a 6,000 stone. I want something a little bit more aggressive. So we're going to use this one. This is a 1,000 stone. It's dirty, I know that. I'm going to clean it a little bit here. Well, I heard there's a lot of guys that build their own. I'm just not that mechanically inclined to do it, so if you can do it, that's fantastic. Yeah, he's not cheap. None of these places are cheap, you know. So just a little bit more. All right, that looks pretty good. I've never used the fixed angle one. I do have the Work Sharp Kin Onion with the grinding attachment. I really like that machine. And if you'll check out my channel, I've got some videos on that particular Work Sharp machine. I've got a whole section on the Work Sharp. I think it's a great little tool. I keep it in my truck. And if I need to sharpen a knife or two, it works great. The other Work Sharp products, I've never used them, so I don't really have an opinion on them. But the Kin Onion, the Work Sharp Kin Onion machine with the grinding attachment is a fantastic little machine in my opinion. Some people don't like it. I mean, a lot of professional sharpeners don't like it. Yeah, that's the little tiny one, Barney. I don't use it much. I never use it live. Maybe I will next time. If I get a bunch of pocket knives in, maybe I'll do a live stream of the Work Sharp. I think it's a great little machine. It's not particularly cheap. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna do something with that stone. It's driving me crazy. I carry the Work Sharp around with me everywhere. I don't ever, you know, it's, moving my big AMK machine is a pain. Christian, I'm not familiar with that. All right. Christian, I have not seen that one. Sounds pretty interesting. I think there's a lot of good machines out there for the home sharpener. I started out with a Tormek. I still have it. It's a great machine for sharpening a lot of tools. Christian, if I find a machine that works, I'll buy it. I don't really care about the cost because I'll make the money back. With the business, so I don't worry about the cost. I mean, obviously I worry about the cost, but if I can make money on it, I'll buy it. And if I find a better machine that'll work for me, I'll buy it and try it. I've got the Tupler 1x30s. I'm getting ready to sell those. They just didn't work like I wanted them to, and I tried them. I know some guys like them. I just don't care for them. So I'm going to sell the 2 Tuplers. So somebody's going to get a good deal. I've got the upgraded wheels from Cliff Curry. I didn't even put them on there. Where'd everybody go? Only 93 people watching. I must have got too many thumbs down. If you're still watching and you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do. Help the algorithm out. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good option. You know, if you want to sharpen your own knives by hand, that sounds like a great way of doing it. Like I said, there's a ton of good sharpeners out there, machines out there, and setups. And you gotta love YouTube. You can find so many cool things by watching YouTube videos. That looks good. I still got a burr on there now. I can see the burr. Almost got it. There we go. Light is your friend when sharpening. Pablo, this particular machine, yeah, it takes some serious training on this particular machine. I mean, this machine is specifically for salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. Armando? No, I'm not Edward. I'm Mike White from League City, Texas. All right, I think those look pretty good. I don't see a burr. So we're going to go back to the stones. Just work the ride lines just a bit. Oh, you're funny, man. Are you talking, Charles? Are you talking about if the set's not right? I mean, there's multiple set tools you can buy. Some guys use hammer and an anvil. Some guys use the little tools like this, or like this, to change the set on them. Still felt something on that stone, and this is a new stone, so that might be the problem. I think that looks good. I'm not going to worry about it. Charles, I would tell you to find you a good teacher that will teach you all the tricks. What part of the country are you in? No, we all got to learn, you know. I mean, you learn from teachers, then you learn by doing, you learn by making mistakes. It's all part of the process. Australia, man, I don't know anybody in Australia. I don't know any particular teachers in Australia. Well, cut and carry, watch them all. Don't just watch me. There's tons of good teachers out there. There you go. Barney's in Australia. A little bit more. All right, looks pretty good. So now we're going to go to the next stone. This was 1,000 grit. We're going to go to the, I just dumped my alcohol. Just made a mess. So we're going to get the 6,000 stone out. Yeah, that was terrible, wasn't it? I didn't tell you the whole story on that. I'm not the one that broke it. One of the girls at the salon broke it. I had it laying on a table. She walked by and bumped into the table. I shouldn't have had it so close to the edge. She felt bad about it. She offered to pay for it, but I just let it go. It's no big deal. And that was an old stone. It was pretty thin. That was one of my primary stones, and I've had it for years. So it had gotten real thin. That's all right. It happens. Shit happens, you know, man. Stuff happens. If she hadn't have broke it, I would have ultimately broke it anyway. But she felt bad about it. I was like, no biggie. It's one of my favorite salons to go to, so. Throwing knives. I have never done any throwing knives. I would think you'd need to keep them pretty balanced. I'm not sure if they're cutting well at the tip. Let me see. They're hanging at the tip, so I'm going to work them a little bit. I do not do garden tools. Too messy. Some guys do them, love doing them. I just don't want to do them. And I get calls for garden tools all the time. And somebody could make a fortune in my area on lawnmower blades for sure. But like I said, I have no desire to do that. Now I got them cutting really good at the tip. What I did was I went to the 3000 pad and touched up the tips. Yeah, Pablo, it's, you know, I mean, there's a business out there for that. But I sharpen enough stuff and keep busy I keep busier than I want to be. I sharpen every day. It's hard to take a vacation because of the clientele. That's cutting really well. She's going to be really happy with these. She likes them to cut at the tip. We're going to lubricate them a little bit here. I'm going to put a little of the scissor oil on there. Well, they call it scissor lubricant. So those are nice. Make sure they're clean. If you watched the channel before, you know I like to take a little rubber band. She just dropped these off like this, so I like to make sure they don't open, so I take these little rubber bands and put them around the tip. So those are done. Her straights are done, so we're going to do the curved ones next. Just do a visual inspection. I don't see any nicks or anything. Let's try them. Oh no, those are not cutting at all. So these are horrible. These are not cutting at all. I'm going to show you. Go ahead, Barney. Right there it's folding. It's a little rough. So we need some more alcohol. I dumped the alcohol. Y'all hang on. So here we go. I'm gonna take them apart. They don't look as dirty as that other pair. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. I need a new alcohol bottle. This one's getting funky. I'm waiting, Barney. Waiting to hear what you're suggesting. It's not too bad. I was looking at the ride lines. They look pretty clean. That's water. Why do I keep doing that? Alright, so that looks pretty good. It's got a clean ride line. So we're just going to get after it. The only problem is then you'd get people pissed off that they'd have to clean their shears. I can see that being an issue with some of my groomers. Some of them don't like the rubber bands. All right. That looks good. All right, I'm not going to polish these. I'm going to leave them fairly rough. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you'll hit that thumbs up button. We are Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. Hey Jim, I was wondering where you've been. Hope everything's okay in Aurora. Well, these shears were not cutting at all. They wouldn't cut dry tissue paper. Jim, this video started off sharpening barbecue knives for one of my barbecue buddies, and it's turned into sharpening everything today. It's Barney's fault. Barney from Australia has kept me online this morning, so I'm going to blame him. See, there you go. Barney Rubble said it. He admits it. He's kept me online. What time is it in Australia? It's gotta be late. Oh, it's morning there, is it? No, it's not. It's late at night. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All right. So we're gonna use the ride line machine from It's AM there? How is it AM there and AM here in Texas? How is that possible? I don't understand. I'm so confused. But it's probably Friday there, isn't it? I need to put, what's the closest city to you, big city to you, Barney? And I'll put it on my phone so I know what time it is there. I need one of those world clocks. That's what I need in my garage. That would be cool. I'm gonna see if Amazon has one. And that way I'll know what time it is where you are at. Bedrock, Australia. Okay. I'll look it up. All right, that looks pretty good. The ride lines were not bad on this pair of shears. I think they were just, worn. I don't think there was any major issues with them. Very smooth. So Jim, I ordered a new sharpener. I'm waiting for Alan Poe at AMK Tactical to send me an invoice. I'm buying the AMK 76 and I'm going to sell those two tuplers I've got. I just don't like them. I just can't get them to work for me the way I want, and I don't want to spend the time jacking with them to get the sharpening that I want. I don't have time for that. So I tried them. I thought maybe they'd be good, but I'm gonna buy the AMK 76, and it's gonna be permanent here in the shop. And I'm gonna take the old AMK 75 and leave it in my truck, so I don't have to unhook everything and bring them in. It'll take me a little while to get my money back, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run, and it'll keep me from having to load and unload my truck with my knife sharpening stuff for the farmer's market. Like yesterday I went to a restaurant and I tried to sharpen on the tuplers instead of taking my AMK 75, and it took me twice as long to get the edge that I wanted on those knives. So I write off the equipment towards the business income, and I haven't spent anything this year. And he actually gave me a little bit of a discount since I've owned that AMK 75 for so long. So I think I think I'll make my money back pretty fast. And I'll do some more YouTube videos promoting it. So hopefully YouTube will help me pay for it. All right, so this is the last pair of shears. Last thing I got on the bench to sharpen. I got some people coming this afternoon to drop off. I wish there was more to do this morning, because today's a good day to get stuff done. Appreciate everybody watching out there. If you just tuned in, please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help us out. And if you're a knife sharpener out there, if the other guys that were asking questions about knife sharpening, also check out Home Spark Knife Sharpening there that just commented. That's Jim. Jim is in Aurora, Illinois. He's a small business guy like me. He's trying to make a little living. We're all old retired guys. Or how about this? I'm just going to say we're retired guys. We're not old. We may be old to some people, but I don't feel old. All right, that feels good. It doesn't cut good, though. All right, I don't like that at all. All right, I'm going to have to resharpen these. I don't like the way they're cutting at all. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. I've got to go get something to drink before I start back on these. I don't like the way they're cutting, so I'm going to do a little bit more work on them. But I'm going to turn the camera off for now because I'm going to go get something to drink. Appreciate y'all watching. Plus my battery's dying. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. This originally started off doing knives, but then I got sucked into doing this by Barney's. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Take care.